Speaking of those pictures, there are just a few sent in from our eyewitness reporters. Let's begin with this one from Abuja, coming up soon. That's it, showing the demolition of Kuje main market. We have no other details on this, except that the demolition was going on at the time that this photo was sent to Channels TV. Our eyewitness crew will follow up on that report. Next is this sad image of a burning vehicle, with our eyewitness reporters saying that it was driven by a woman before going up in flames at New Haven Junction in Enugu State. From Enugu to Kwara, where we have this next photo, said to be that of Jeba Road, which our eyewitness reporter says is bad. Well, looking at it, it is. They're calling on the relevant authorities to save the situation. We'll head back home in Lagos, where we received this image of a bad road in Ishefun, Alimosho local government area, said to been abandoned by the local government area, and local government authorities, beg your pardon, and such is causing a lot of discomfort to the residents, who are urging authorities to fix it as soon as possible. A big thank you to all our eyewitness reporters. Thank you for sending those pictures. We urge you to please keep them coming. Our civil society groups and some residents of Ogun State today marched to the office of the State Resident Electoral Commissioner to demand for a step up in the distribution of permanent voter cards for eligible voters in the state. The protesters lamented the over 40% distribution achieved by INEC in the state, wondering why states like Borno, Katsina and Yobe will record higher PVC distribution over Ogun State, which is considered peaceful.
Protest songs, yes, but not your usual labor picketing. Permanent voter cards and the cry over the right to vote are their concerns. Members of a human rights group, the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, take to the streets of Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State, in Nigeria's southwest region. From the popular Kuto market, they marched to the INEC office, bearing placards with inscriptions and messages directed at the INEC chairman, Professor Atairu Jega. As they arrive at the INEC office, their fears of being disenfranchised, they table before the commission's top officials present. The group questions the higher distribution of PVCs in some areas of Northeast, where the Boko Haram insurgency has most troubled.
We have come here to reject totally the fabricated figures that INEC have apportioned for Boronu, Gombe, Nasarawa, Adamawa, and Yobe. We are saying that it is quite impossible for INEC to have achieved 95%, 96%, 87%, and 88% in those states under Boko Haram insurgency. When Ogun State, that is as peaceful as anything, is having 40.86% as of 17th of February. Is that not unbelievable?
The INEC office in Ogun State have some answers to their concerns. The administrative secretary of the commission in the state is on hand to address the protesters.
Most of these students then must have registered, but now they have passed out and everyone gone to their various states. And so their cars are staying here in Ogun State and they have not come back to collect them. We say how many security personnel in post at that time would have registered. Most of them today may have been transferred and their cars are in Ogun State. Who will collect for them if they don't come back to collect? And so this accounted for some of the reasons why some of these cars are still lying there. But I can assure you that these cars are for those that registered in Ogun State 2010, 2011. We do not have any alien cars. And when we were even checking the cars that came for Ogun State, we discovered cars for other states. And we have returned the cars for other states.
More promises the protesters get, words of assurance that people in the state won't be deprived of their right to vote, and that more PVCs will get to the voters in the coming days. Shion Wakimbale, Channels Television News.
We're staying with electoral matters. The Federal High Court has reserved March 19th to hear all seeking to challenge the eligibility of the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate, Muhammadu Buhari, in the forthcoming elections. There are 13 suits instituted against General Muhammadu Buhari challenging his eligibility. The plaintiffs in the suits argue that the failure of Buhari to attach his form CF-001 submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission with his certificate of academic qualifications, he should not be allowed to participate in the poll. Justice Adeniyi Ademola adjourned the matter till March 19th to enable the court hear all the applications, including those seeking for rejoinder.
There was no way the case could go on. That was why I made the observation that it was an adjournment that was forced on us willy-nilly, so that the case will not go on today. What has happened is that we are going to argue when the matter comes up that all their objections and the substantive matter, the substantive originating summons asking the court to disqualify General Buhari from contesting the 2015 presidential elections should be taken in one fell swoop.
You also heard us when we said or referred him to the processes that we served on him. At the end of the day, he had no argument against our position that he was the one at fault. He served on the last day meant for service, and a man in a hurry will not wait until the last day to file his processes. And it was on the strength of that the court agreed with us and adjourned the matter to the 19th of March. So it will not be correct to say that an adjournment was foisted on my brother Silk. On the contrary, he was the one who made it impossible for today's proceedings to go on.
Meanwhile, the Ikeja High Court has discharged the chairman of Biocourtney Limited, Dr. Wale Babalaking, and 4 others of an alleged 4.7 billion naira fraud preferred against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. While ruling on the application for quash filed by Babalaking and his co-defendants, the trial judge formulated 4 issues raised by the defendants to determine his ruling. According to him, the issues are whether the EFCC can prosecute a defendant without fiat, whether former Delta State Governor James Obori is a public officer, whether 2 prosecuting authorities can jointly sign a charge, and whether the charge on the surface contains sufficient information. Justice Lawal Akapo, however, resolved 3 of the issues in favor of the defendants and only upheld that the EFCC had the power to prosecute any criminal matter in court without fiat. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, has said it will appeal the ruling. Residents of one of the communities near Benin City today barricaded the gates of the Benin Electricity Distribution Company office at Apapava Road, protesting over 3 months of blackouts in the community. Reacting to the situation, an official of the distribution company, Mr. Curtis Wande, said 2 transformers have been provided and will be delivered immediately.
This is an unusual sight for the activities being carried out by this gathering, as these gates lead to the Benin Electricity Distribution Company on Apapava Road in Benin City, the Edo State capital. They are residents of Ohamba Street in Uguyoko area of Benin Metropolis, here to press home their demands concerning restoration of power to their community. But before long, a delegation from the group that had been in a meeting with the BEDC management comes out with cheering news. Dr. Sam Obomase, spokesperson for the group, addresses the crowd.
It is our fundamental human right for every citizen of this country to have life. Yes! That's my yes! So there are no escape route. Yes, the same transformer is being loaded as we speak. Let us hold on. We signed a memorandum of understanding. Yes. with the area commander police, with the head of President Stone, that the transformer will be given to us in our community. That tomorrow, those people that feed from other transformers to our lines, those will be disconnected. Then they will now install our transformer. But hopefully tomorrow they will load our transformer with oil.
The public relations officer of the BEDC, Curtis Wande, gives an insight into the situation.
The transformer failed in January. The 500 kV you are referring to happened 2 years before BEDC even came on board. We just got approval for 400 kV transformer. That is 2 transformers to replace 1 because of the bad network there.
The promise from the BEDC management that transformers would be delivered to the community has acted as a balm, soothing the residents of this area for the time being. It is expected that the people would have no cause to revisit the matter.
When the News at 10 returns, Imo oil marketers down tools today. We have details coming soon. Please stay with us.